Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm doing Maddie's makeup. Maddie is one of my regulars. She's literally at my house pretty much every single weekend, but I'm not mad about it, it's fine. So we're just going to do like a gold sort of brownie cut crease on her today, and yeah, if you'd like to see how I created it then keep on watching. Okay, so to start off with, I am going to be filling in Maddie's brows. She actually has them tattooed on, so I don't really tend to do too much to them, but I just fill them in and enhance them a little bit. I just use the Inglot Brow Gel in the shade 16.
You're not fooling me, not fooling anyone. Got your head in a cloud, so delusional. In the notion of all this emotional. Best be sure,
Next, I'm going to be using the P. Louise eye base, so I'm just carving out underneath her eyebrows and then patting this on all over her eyelid. For shadows, I'm taking the Stacey Marie Makeup Artist Carnival palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Rowdy. Now Rowdy, I'm just going to be literally packing on pretty much all over her eyelid, and I really want it to be quite dark and defined, especially in like the inner corner part of the eye as well. I'm blending that out into Basic, which is just a lighter brown shade. By having it quite heavily packed in all over, when you do the cut crease looks a lot more defined and sharp.
in the notion of all this emotional. Best be sure, I'll be there when you're looking for something
Okay, so to cut the crease, I'm taking the 94 Inglot Gel Liner, and I'm just making quite a sharp defined line with Maddie's eyes. Because they are a little bit hooded, I do tend to take it up a little bit more as she prefers that look. That way you don't get the transfer as well when people with hooded eyes, when they obviously look straight ahead, the top of their eye will touch their eyelid. So if you do it a little bit higher than their natural crease, then they don't actually get that transfer. I've also been trying to make people not talk while I'm doing this, just so you can get the sharpest possible line. Then I'm just taking the Peaches and Cream pigment in the shade Gatsby, and I'm just packing this all over her lid. Again, trying to be as precise as possible, and just to make sure that none of the glitter or pigment gets anywhere else other than her eyelid. Then I just slightly blend in the outer bit of the eye, just with the same sort of Rowdy eyeshadow that I used before. And then I'm going to line her lash line. So I'm just taking the Inglot 77 gel liner and just lining her lash line. I do quite a thick line, but that was just the look I was going for. Then I blend that out into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Noir eyeshadow, which is a black one. Now, Maddie does have eyelash extensions on, but she prefers the lashes to be a bit fuller, so I do apply a pair of falsies over the top, but I just use a less good glue, I guess. I normally use the Huda Beauty one, which is literally like super glue for eyelashes, but that time I use Duo just because it's not as sticky. Then I'm just priming her skin, so I'm taking the Matte Rescue Primer from Benefit in her T-Zone, and then the MAC Strobe Cream, I think in Peach Light or Pink Light, I can't remember what it's called, over the rest of her face.
You're a rolling stone, but I'm a cannonball.
For foundation, I'm taking my favorite, which is the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Light Beige, and I'm just putting this on with a brush and then blending it out with one of the Dirty 30s big sponges. It's also dampened as well.
Best for sure. I'll be there when you're looking for something
I take the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard and just pop this in her, like, down her nose, forehead and chin, and then underneath her eyes just to brighten them up. And I'm just blending that out with a Dirty 30s little sponge. Then I'm just taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which reminds me I actually need to buy some more because you can't get it in Australia anymore, which is fabulous. And I'm just popping that underneath her eyes. I kind of like to press it in, and I've also been loving pressing it into the laugh lines as well, as I feel like you crease a lot less. Then just taking the Bobbi Brown foundation stick to cream contour. I'm just patting this in with a stippling brush.
got your head in a clouds, you're delusional in the notion.
Then I'm just taking my favorite powder ever, the Australis Fresh and Flawless in the shade Darkest Brown, and I'm just packing this all over her face. I mean, I don't really like being matte, but I prefer to be matte for the first 15 minutes. Then at least I know my makeup's going to stay on, and then give it 15 minutes and your natural oils start to come through and it settles on your skin a lot better. I'm just taking the Hoola by Benefit bronzer to kind of further contour her face. And then to bronze it, I'm just taking the MAC Give Me Sun. For blush, I'm just taking MAC Warm Soul. I don't really like too pinky blushes, or Maddie doesn't like any too pinky blushes. Oh my god, two pinky blushes. But this one just kind of gives a little bit of color to the cheeks that it needs, and nothing else really. For highlighter, I'm just taking the MAC Oh Darling. This is one of my favorite highlighters, and I've literally smashed about 3 of them. So this is a fresh one, and hopefully I don't smash this one anytime soon. So this is Maddie's favourite part, not, but I feel like it just makes her eyes pop so more, and so, oh my god, so much more, and it's worth the pain. No pain, no gain, hey? So it's just the black gel liner from Inglot, the 77 one, in her waterline. To her just being a little bit dramatic. Then I'm just going to go ahead and smoke out the same colours that I used on her top, like on the top of her eyes, on the bottom, so like the browns and the blacks. Then I'm just highlighting her inner corner with the, what is that one called? Nylon or vanilla pigment? Vanilla pigment, that's it. And then I'm just putting some mascara on her lower lash line. For lips, I'm taking the MAC Strip Down Liner and then the lipstick in Yash. just taking the Kat Von D setting spray, and here we have the completed look. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I enjoyed creating it. It's probably one of my favourite looks I've done on Maddie. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!
Got your head in a cloud, so delusional. In an ocean of all this emotional. That's for sure. Help me now when you're looking for something more.
Can we also just appreciate how good the voiceover audio is on this? My mum and dad got me a microphone for Christmas, and yeah, I'm really bloody happy with it. So thanks for that.